everyone, my name is Hannes and this is Tips, Tools and Strategies for an Abundant Overflowing Life. Today I want to talk to you about taking charge of your life. So Deuteronomy 30 verse 19, the Bible tells us, God speaking, He says, I put before you life and death, blessing and cursing, choose life. So I'm saying to you today that we always have a choice. We have a choice the type of life that we want to live. So many people are abdicating that right to choose the life that they want to live, and they're allowing circumstances, people, events to control the type of life that they live. We are saying that people, events have control in such a way over our lives that we cannot decide our destiny and our future. But I want to say to you today, the moment that we do that, we give away our power. We give away our ability to choose. And this is one of the most amazing things that God has given you, is the power of choice. You see, God will never take your will. God will never take your ability to make decisions. And that's why you always have, in every new day, you have the decision to choose a different future. You have the decision to choose a different life. So what do I mean by that? Scientists refer to this as your locus of control. So they say that some people have an external locus of control, while other people have an internal locus of control. So let me explain that to you quickly. You see, an external locus of control is where you believe that outside circumstances, events, people control everything that happens in your life. You don't have the ability to change your life. You don't have the ability to choose your life. Instead, you are the product of your circumstances. Well, I want to say to you today, I don't believe that is what God teaches. You see, the Word tells us in the scripture that I shared with you today that we have the ability to choose. So if we have the ability to choose, we are not the factors or the product of our circumstances, but rather we are the factors and the products of our choices. And that's why I believe that we have an internal locus of control. This is where you believe that, according to scientists, that you have the ability to direct your future. You have the ability to choose the life, the future that you want to live. And I believe this is the truth, that God has given each of us the power, the ability to choose the life that we want to live. The moment we give people, circumstances, and external things control over what happens in our lives, we are in essence saying that I don't have the power to change my life. Well, I want to say to you that God has given you and me the power to change our lives. God has given us the power, the ability to choose the future that we want to live, the life that we want to live. We are not the product of our circumstances, but we can choose our destiny. I believe that we can choose our life, but the way to do that is to take responsibility. Growing up, I didn't have a lot of opportunities, so I would blame my parents. I would blame my school. I would blame my education or my lack of education, or I would blame me not having enough money, or whatever things were outside. I used to blame those things for where I was in life. But then one day it dawned on me that if anything is going to be in my life, it is going to be up to me. You see, God has given me this ability to choose. And if I want to have a better life, a better future, a better marriage, a better family, a better workplace, a better work environment, a different job, better finances, it is going to be up to me. I have to make different choices so that I can have a different future. You see, we cannot blame external things and give away our power, because when we do that, we give other things control over our lives, where God has given you control over your life with the ability to make decisions. So I want to say to you today, stop doing the following things. There's 4 things that I want to just remind you of today. Stop justifying. Stop justifying your excuses. Stop justifying and saying that you are justified to feel sorry for yourself, that you are justified to be where you are in life, that you are having what you are having, that you are doing what you're doing because you are justified to do it, that it is your right to do it. You see, you have a right, but the only real right that you have is the right to choose. So choose something different. Don't justify where you are. Don't accept it, but rather take responsibility and say, it is my fault that I am where I am. It is my choices that has brought me to this place. But the good news then is to say that I can make different choices that will help me create a different reality. Because when I make different choices, I can create a different reality. The second thing that I want to tell you is to stop rationalizing. You see, we rationalize everything and we tell ourselves that we give ourselves mentally reasons why we believe that it is acceptable to be where we are. Stop rationalizing where you are in life and start saying that I'm not going to allow my rationalizations to determine my future. The third thing that we do is the opinion of others. Don't let other people's opinion of you determine who you are and what you are. Let your choices determine who you are and what you are. Let your choices determine what you want to become and where you end up in life. So don't let other people's opinions, yes, listen to other people's opinions, but don't let them determine what you can do and what you cannot do. The last thing that I want to just encourage you to stop doing is to stop blaming. You see, so many times we blame other people, we blame events, we blame things around us for where we are in life. But where has blaming others gotten you in life? You see, we can continue to blame them, or we can release them and we can decide to say, I'm taking responsibility for my life. And I'm going to do what I need to do. The antidote for all of this is to take responsibility. If you want to be successful in life, if you want to live the abundant, overflowing life that God has for you, it is time that you take 100% responsibility for your life. 100% responsibility. Listen, God gave you the power to live your life. God gave you the power to choose the type of life that you want to live. Not even He is going to take your choices. Why do you allow circumstances, people, events to determine the life that you live? So I want to encourage you today, take 100% responsibility for your life. Decide what type of future you want to have. Decide what type of marriage you want to have. Decide what you want your work life to look like. Decide what you want your finances to look like. And when you know what you want that to look like, take responsibility to make that a reality in your life. And God will work with you because He has given you the power of choice so that you can decide the life that you want to live. Not the life that you end up living, but the life that you choose to live. So don't become a product of your circumstances, but be the product of your choices. Today you have the ability to change your life, to change your future, and you can do it. Your future is in your hands. It is time that you take charge of your life. Will you take charge of your life today?